And we've got Stacey here from the UK, and she's asked us, what is the safest way to rent an apartment over in Switzerland?
It's a very interesting question, Nat. Very interesting indeed, and it's quite important question indeed. So I've got 5 top tips for looking for an apartment safely in Switzerland that I'd like to share. The first one is, do not rent a Bastelraum or a Parkplatz. Do not assume that is rental accommodation. So a Bastelraum is the equivalent of a games room, and it's illegal for someone to live in a Bastelraum. And additionally, if it says it's a Parkplatz, it would be great to live if you were an Audi or a BMW, but unfortunately people can't live there because Parkplatz is obviously a parking space. So if you see a rent in Zurich that seems very cheap, so 700 to 800 francs a month, and you see it's a Parkplatz, do not assume you can live there. It's just for a parking space. Second one, if you do plan to live in shared accommodation, as many young entrepreneurs and young business people do in the larger Swiss cities, make sure you meet your housemates before you move in. It's a very communal system, of course, shared accommodation, and not only will you have to know who you're renting with to make sure there aren't any conflicts of interest or things that you're unsure about, they would like to meet you as well. So to make sure that if you do end up moving in, there's a positive relationship already in place before you even get through the door. Third, it's a saying that's been used a lot recently: if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So the reality of renting an apartment or a house in a Swiss city is that if it's extraordinarily cheap, be warned. Be very careful. Make sure you look at the apartment before you make the final decision, if you can. And if it seems strangely cheap, then be sure to read the description, call up and ask for more information, because there may be some things that you are unaware of. Fourth, always read the description. Even if on the housing listings it's a couple of sentences, always be sure to read it, as there could be some things hidden in there that you need to be made aware of. Specifically, if it says befristet or temporaire in French, I'm not very good at French, or it says it's for pensioners, you need to bear in mind that befristet means it's only available for a set period of time. So it will say befristet until the 1st of January 2024. That means you're able to rent the place, but you need to move out on the 1st of January 2024, which is possibly why the listings like that are often cheaper, because you have a short-term let and that kind of thing. And again, with pensioner accommodation, unless you're claiming your pension, you're unable to apply for them as well. So important to read the description. Finally, be sure to visit an apartment with a friend or family member. Going to a house viewing alone, especially if it's a private viewing, in the modern day and age, unfortunately, it's unadvisable. It's very important that you can see you have a support mechanism there, and it's also good fun. I was looking for an apartment with my sister for months in Zurich before we found the right one, and it was always a positive experience because you always have a second opinion there. Not only the protective part of it, which of course I think is very useful indeed. So those are my 5.
Perfect. Alexander, anything to add to that?
Not really. Make sure you calculate that you need to have some time to find the right apartment, and also that suits your need, especially with families. It's very important that you have enough space. And also that the neighborhood is right. So do some research about it, and make sure you also plan it in with enough time.